Daily Broadside day 326. Yesterday I saw a guy wearing a Stranger Things t-shirt, and I immediately thought to myself, where would you even buy a t-shirt like that? I guess a place like, what's it, Spencer Gifts or something like that, maybe? I don't know. But I've seen a lot of TV shows in my life, like a lot, like more than 12, And I've never once watched a TV show that was really good and thought to yourself, man, you know what would make this series really much more spectacular? If I started wearing their apparel. It's never crossed my mind. I just couldn't imagine wearing a Arrested Development t-shirt or an Office t-shirt or something. It's an odd choice of clothing, if you ask me. And why the hell was the janitor in Breakfast Club working on a Saturday? Dude's a 40-hour employee. I mean, what was they getting ready for, like a big game or a prom or something? Like, janitors don't come in on Saturday. They're there from 7 in the morning to 3:12 in the afternoon or something. That's their day. Dude's getting some overtime. I doubt it. And if you haven't seen these Turkish barbers on the TikTok, man, you need to figure out how to find one. I think one of them's called Turkish Barber. But anyway, they don't ever seem to cut hair, but the things they do to abuse everything above your neck is insane. They got their hand down, like their whole hand in your ear, just, doing that crap at like 4. They look like a hummingbird, They got your face covered in all kinds of salves and balms and lotions and crap. Just your entire face just covered, And rubbing your scalp with all these implements and stuff. And it's like abusive. Like, it's not an easy massage. It's like rough. Cracking your neck like there's some, because I'm sure they've got their chiropractic license. It's weird, but somehow very interesting to watch. Like, you can't look away. And you wonder yourself, where the hell is this, and how much are these people paying for this service? Services, really. It's plural. Do you remember when back in the day, like the, 90s, I guess, Taco Bell had teal and pink interior for their seating and, the whole decor and everything? It's a strange thing, because when I think of Southwestern cuisine, teal and pink don't really pop up. You go to Albuquerque, you don't see a lot of teal and pink, It was a strange corporate decision to completely, remaster that entire chain through colors and everything. But yeah, TikTok occasionally will send me a message and it'll say something like, "You asked a good question," and it's always some like throwaway, question like, what are you gonna do? It's not meant to elicit a response. But then it's like they're encouraging you to ask questions. But it's so sparse and Spartan how they do it. It doesn't happen very often. But you read it and you're like, what the hell question did I even ask? It's kind of weird. I went down a deep dive last night, looking at these people that do these high dives. They've got all these videos from back in like the 80s and all. And these people, it's and also I was looking at the donkeys, where they basically just shove them off a platform and the donkeys, against their will, dive into a pool of water, which is kind of cool. And it makes you wonder, like, at what point did they say, all right, here's how high we can let the donkeys dive before they die? You get it up to like 22 feet. All right, release it. And the donkey, whatever the hell donkeys make noise with. Probably wasn't what I just did. But they fall into the water and they're like, all right, 22 is good. Bring him back up. They do 23. All right, 23 works. Take him up to 24. And then the donkey dies, and then they're like, all right, cap it at 23. And it's kind of like that with people, man. Like, I dived off a 65-foot car bridge in Maui probably 20-some years ago. And I'm not afraid of heights at all, but it was a scary moment. I hit the water so hard. I mean, it's like when you ski and you wreck and it feels like you're sliding across concrete. It's like that, except vertical. And it hit so hard, it ripped like 2 earrings out of my ears. Never found them. They're at the bottom of that pool, I'm sure. But it was a 7 pools of Hana, right? And there's this car bridge. They painted an X on it, and you jump up there, and I saw some locals doing it, so I did it. And and that was high enough. And these people are jumping, 3 times that. And it's the same thing with the donkeys. Like, at what point did they go, all right, I'm going to go 1 more foot, and then they die? There's dudes, and they're standing up, and how their bodies don't explode when they get to the bottom of the pool, because it doesn't seem to be that much, deeper than just a regular pool. Makes no sense, but kudos to your bravado.